Hi Librians, I am Adriana Custeau and I would love to welcome you to your September 2021 horoscope. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to my channel. For all of those Librians with birthdays in September, I would like to wish you a very, very happy birthday and all the very best for the year ahead. If you need to book a session with me, if you would like to book a session with me, I have attached a link with a discounted price. And thank you again for liking my video. In the month of September, we have Mercury retrograde impacting all of the signs. And the news from the Mercury retrograde, if first to remember the timing, is from the 27th of September to the 18th of October, but we may start feeling its impact during the shadow period, which is before and after. Now, the Mercury retrograde period is fantastic for doing everything with RE, like revising, redoing, reconnecting, remembering, and as well as planning things before they are launched, but not launching new things. I love to use this slow down period for regeneration, rest, and rejuvenate. There are a few things that we need to watch out during the Mercury retrograde, and it's communication. So let's read everything, not twice, but 4 times before we send that email. And if we need to sign a contract, be extra careful, perhaps, hiring an expert to review it and be aware that sometimes things do tend to break down, like communication sometimes break down during Mercury retrograde, communication devices, and we may experience some frustration from issues with mobility, like the bikes, the car, the trains. I mean, I like to normally ask myself whether do I need to make those major purchases, those major moves, or those big decisions during the retrograde, or shall I wait until Mercury moves forward? Because my experience is that things flow a lot better during Mercury, forward. So my dear Librians, the houses that you are and the topics that you are going to have more focus during September are those related to the 12th house, which are spirituality, solitude, and self-reflection. Your first house is also very active, focusing on the topics of your self-image, your identity, and we also have a new moon that in your first house, and as in the 6th house also a full moon. So we start the months with the sun in Virgo in your 12th house. And this is a great opportunity to review the year that just passed before your birthday. So the Virgo energy will provide you with the sense of being practical and efficient as you evaluate the past 12 months and review how this year has served you and you have served others. So I normally like, when it's my 12th house, to start thinking, okay, what I'm grateful for the last 12 months that just passed, and how did I overcome the challenges, and how those challenges allow me to grow. It's also a great time for you to be in solitude. It's power in solitude, and it's a very powerful state of self-reflection. So you may even ask the part of yourself who didn't want to step out of the comfort zone, and ask yourself, well, what do I need to change for the next year in order to stop sabotaging myself and move out of my comfort zone in order to grow, in order to achieve what I want? So, and in the process of doing that, you may like to start, doing a little bit more of self-reflection, so you can really prepare yourself for having an amazing year ahead. Mars is also going to be in Virgo in your 12th house during the start of the month, and it brings a beautiful tone of productivity. So you may be able to notice, those little small details and experience an extra motivation to finish things that need to be finished. So you may start even evaluating the possibility of something new for the new year. Now, maybe that something new is a new spiritual practice. Now, keep in mind also that the new moon is also going to be on the 7th in your 12th house. And The new moon, I love new moons because offer us the possibility to put our intention and our wishes out there. And in your case, you may like to use this energy to project the topics of the 12th house, for example, self-reflection, spirituality, and put wishes into the universe to manifest them. Now, there is also a lot of activity in your first house, my dear Librans. And when we start the month, you will have Mercury and Venus in Libra in your first house. Just keep in mind that Mercury retrograde at the end of the month may be felt a little bit earlier, like 2 weeks earlier. I'll have a video on that later. Now, this is a great time about reviewing, revising, and remembering. So you will notice that you will be communicating with others with diplomacy, finding that beautiful harmony, and you may choose to review how do you communicate with others and how do you express your point of view. So this is really a great period for self-examinations and self-analysis in our communication with others. You will notice that you can express your personality with warmth, and which you always do. And I like this transit to make peace with others and perhaps reviewing things from the past that, is a time perhaps to review them and deal with them, but deal with them with grace. Mercury in Libra is the perfect time to heal wounds, and wounds that may have been caused by arguments or misunderstandings. With Mercury retrograde, this is a great time to remember, review, and release. The Venusian energy that you will experience as well is always, a beautifying energy. It allows you to surround yourself with beauty and comfort. And you may like to take some time to pamper yourself, or perhaps to make some soft changes in your appearance. The most important thing is being kind with yourself and spend some money on yourself. Just watch your budget. On the 15th, also Mars is going to move in Libra, also in your first house. And now we added to everything going on in your first house and a strong desire on the area of relations, and in particular the relationship that you have with yourself. Okay, and that's the most important relationship. So it's like, how do you communicate with yourself? The words that you use when you speak to yourself, are you being a good friend, or when is that you are sabotaging yourself, communicating with harsh words? So let's remember that in the year ahead, you will create your life with our communication, okay? And the best communication to manifest what you like is the communication that you have with yourself. So the sun also is in Libra on the 23rd. Happy birthday to all of you, my Librian amigos. This is the time for the next 4 weeks, to focus on you. What do you want? What do you need? And how are you going to create and manifest what you want for the year ahead? Keep celebrating. We are celebrating you here, my dear Librians amigo, and wishing you the very, 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 very best for the year ahead. Now, also we have a full moon in Pisces on the 20th or 21st, depending where are you on planet Earth, and that happened in your 6th house. So the full moon on Pisces is a moon that is asking you to have balance between the topics of the 12th house and the topics of the 6th house, okay? So the Piscean moon is asking us really to dream more, to feel compassionate for others, but also remembering, that differentiating what emotions are yours and what emotions belong to someone else, because it can be a little bit enmeshed during that period. You may notice that you have more intuition during the full moon and a strong inner guidance. That's beautiful to tap into it. And you may bring into the surface something that you were not aware of. And now, as it comes to the surface and you are aware of it, maybe we could be around health or service or daily work. Once you notice it, you may take a decision what you want to do with it. Remember, review, reassess, remembering, okay? Those are, we are in the Mercury retrograde period. So dear Librians, mi queridos amigos, Thank you for listening. And remember that you are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for also subscribing to my channel and liking this video. Take care. Big virtual hug to you. Ciao.